President Donald Trump has signed an order doubling the tariff on the steel and aluminium imports from 25% to now 50%. The move hikes the import taxes on the metals, the key inputs in everything from the cars to the canned food, for the second time since March. Also, Trump has said that the measure, which will also come into effect from the Wednesday onwards, are intended to secure the future of the American steel industry. However, critics says that the protections could wreak the havoc on the steel producers outside the United States, spark retaliation from the trade partners, and come at a punishing cost for the American users of the metal. Also, the hours before he hiked the duties, many firms directly affected could scarcely believe the plan was moving forward, hoping it would turn out to be a temporary or some kind of negotiating ploy. Even as Trump moved forward with the deal, the United Kingdom was granted a carve-out from the measures, levying duties on its steel and aluminium at 25%, and later the move that was, Trump said, reflected its ongoing trade discussion with the United States. Always the question with Mr. Trump is this a tactical or is it a long-term plan, said Rick Hutter, the chief of the executive of Independent Can Corporation, a Maryland-based business which brings in the steel from the Europe and turns it into decorative cookie tins, popcorn boxes, and other products. He said he put forward the investment on hold and feared the abrupt changes and prices increases would lead to his consumer and customers to turn to the alternatives such as plastic or paper boxes. There's a lot of chaos, he said. The United States is the biggest importer of steel in the world after the European Union, getting most of the metal from the Canada, Brazil, Mexico, and South Korea, according to the United States government. During his first term, the Trump imposed tariff of 25% on steel and 10% on the aluminium, citing a law that gives him the authority to protect the industries considered vital to the national security. But many imports ultimately escaped the duties after the US struck the deals also with the allies and granted exemption to certain imports at the request of the firm. We'll have to see how the issues get resolved.